Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're going to check Lapis supporter, the character release limited supporter. So, as you already know, this supporter is available in the game, or well, these kind of supporters are available in the game just before the character releases. So we know that Lapis is going to be the next playable character. She will probably arrive next month. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like mid or early. I suppose that it's gonna be early in the month. So let's check very quickly this. This supporter is a protect type supporter, which it is okay. The effects doesn't seem to be that impressive at first, but they're useful. So, when performing a basic melee attack, has a 10% chance to increase the damage dealt from that attack by 80%. That's going to become 160% when maxed out, and increases the speed of demon type characters by 7%. That's going to become 14% when maxed out. So, yes, the speed increase is really valuable, and it's always active as long as you're equipping it on a demon. And the other part is nice, but not that impressive. There's like, in my opinion, one character who really likes that effect. Maybe two, but the damage increase on a 10% chance is not that great. I would rather have like 20% all the time than 160 just on a 10% chance. So yeah, the main appeal is the speed increase, so take it as that. And then it has an extra passive, reduces damage taken from all enemies by 12%, becoming 24% for all demon type characters. That's great. Ali demon type characters. And when a flag is planted on an enemy, deals damage to surrounding enemies and teleports to that location. Not always. I have used it, and not always do I teleport, or maybe I was not paying attention, but it teleports you near the enemy. So you want this on a melee attacker. You want to use the active on a melee attacker. But you don't always have to equip it on the main, even though it has an extra passive. It is okay not to equip it on the main. And I'm not sure whether it actually works on this damage reduction works on the character that has Lapis equipped. I did a quick test with a supporter that has a very similar defense to my Lapis, and I did notice a change in damage reduction. Well, it was damage increase because it didn't have Lapis on the main, so maybe it works on all characters. It's not just ally characters. Let's see. So I do suggest that you roll on this one because they don't get a repeat. If you don't want to roll, that's fine. But if you have desire, I suggest you use it to get at least one copy. I was lucky and I got 2 copies on 100 pulls, and I also hit pity, so I got 3 copies, and I plan on getting the 4th copy when we have a better pull on the rotation gacha. I'm gonna spend my rotation gacha coins. So yeah, that's the thing. Maybe I'll complete it with a nano machine, but that's a topic for another day. So we're gonna test it, and something important. When you are using Lapis, the supporter, what do you want to do? You want to rely on your basic attacks. So speed increase is going to benefit your movement, the frequency of attacks, and how long an animation lasts. That's great. That's excellent. But it's not going to benefit your cooldowns. So the skills are not going to become any faster. Any faster. Yes, they are going to become faster the way you execute them, but the time in between each one of those skills is not going to decrease. This is only going to increase your movement, your speed, okay? So keep that in mind. Take it as that. For this, I'm going to do a mixed build to increase speed, damage, and get invincibility. I was trying to think of something that gave me super armor, and I came up with Asteroth, but I didn't even try it because it's for suppressed type characters. And my Kurenai is not going to debuff the enemy, so I'm not going to get the benefit of the extra passive. And also Noah. But unfortunately, even though Noah has a good active, I'm missing the passive, so that's terrible. So I decided to go with invincibility by using Spica, and Spica is going to help me out no matter what I do, because it increases critical rate and critical damage for both range and melee. Well, respectively, you know? So that's an option. If you want to use another invincibility supporter like, I don't know, let's say Yuno or Shisui, that's an option. So I'm using Tornado Render. Well, first the weapon. The weapon is going to be Pure Heart, because Pure Heart is going to increase my speed whenever I use Tornado Render. That's not good. It's excellent. On top of getting speed with the supporter, I'm also getting speed with this. And it's 35%. It's going to be like 45% speed increase whenever this is active, and it's great. So obviously anti-demon. I'm gonna be using this on almost everything, if I'm not mistaken. Then I'm going to be using Tornado Render just to get that speed increase. That's the only purpose of this skill. God's Eye to increase damage, and the Basic Enhancer to increase damage. And the Basic Enhancer is going to deal... The basics are going to deal a lot of damage. But the most important part here is to have that invincibility. If you're fighting one enemy, you don't need invincibility, but if you're fighting multiple enemies, you need the invincibility. So, just look at how fast I attack. I am melting all the enemies. So, it is a great supporter, but it is limited to demon type characters. Keep that in mind. I'm not going to be doing like all the characters right now. Oh, come on, attack or something. But I'm going to be doing a bunch of them, so that you see what you can do with this. And another important thing, most of the builds can be shared, because they at least share the demon trait. All the characters who can equip Lapis share the demon trait. Okay, and if you like to button mash, this is an excellent supporter. Well, there we go. Come on, no! Woo. Did I? No, I didn't finish Yuki. Ah! Take this. Okay. Sakura is down. There. Nice. Nice. So it is really important to have the invincibility on Kurenai. She does need it because I could change this for Howling Wind and add another a green supporter in the main to get Deflective Wind, and add a main green supporter to get HP recovery. But the important part is that you want to do your basics, and she gets interrupted a lot if you don't do it, if you don't equip an invincibility supporter. So next we're gonna go with we're gonna do this. We're gonna put demon so that I can see them all. I'm going to change them. Okay. We're gonna do this one because it's the easiest one. Asteroth. Asteroth is really broken. So, as you can see, I'm increasing damage I'm putting Lapis to increase the speed. I have the basic enhancer, Supernova, and Serpent Blaze. I'm not going to use the skills. I'm only going to do the basics. Maybe I use Supernova just to kill a part of the enemies at the very end. But I don't really need that. I have the anti-demon weapon. That's like a big deal. I have the anti-demon wind magatamas, which are going to further increase my speed. And yeah, that's it. So I basically just explained everything just there. There's not much to be said. I really, really, really like speed increase on Asteroth because she gets a ton of mobility. Mobility is a key element on Asteroth. If you are able to move, you're going to be able to avoid the enemy's attacks. I'm automatically using that skill, but I cannot do anything about it. Unless I unequip it, I could, but I didn't, so... As you can see, it is great. I can evade most of the attacks just by moving, thanks to this speed. It's not only the basics, it's also your own speed. The mobility is great. So, I move, and look, just by circling, I deal with the enemies. I mean, I evade a couple attacks, yes, because enemies that have either tracking skills or good AoEs are going to be annoying. And the unfortunate thing about this is that you don't get the extra damage on your basics because these are not melee. Remember that. But the speed increase is just that busted. Basics. Yeah. Then another character. Let's go with Lina. Where are you, Lina? Lina. She is wearing this one. Lina I didn't save, but I don't need to. I just need to replace one supporter. I'm gonna replace Onigumo. Oh yeah, I haven't shown you mine. Mine is 3 out of 5. I did say that in when I was talking about the gacha. So it's 10%, 10.5. So it is okay. It's just enough to make this viable. If you have it under 3 S level, that's gonna be rough. And I'm using here Kirara. This is gonna work on any demon that you equip, and Lilim. But let's talk a little bit about what other options you have. You of course have Arabella if you want to go blue. You have of course Heaviko. If you are green, you can use yes, Felicia. You can use Nana or Sakuya, especially Sakuya because she's for anti-demon. If you're blue, it's better to use Nana. You can use Fuyumi, you can use Koharu, you can use Saya. If you buff yourself, you can use Kana. You can use Furfur. There are many options. And of course, the 3 generic blue supporters. If you want to go mix, there are different options. But one of the notable things that you should keep in mind is to use Noah, because Noah is also going to increase your speed if you're an assist-type character. So keep that in mind, it's good. And also, don't forget to use invincibility supporters if you cannot eliminate the enemy quickly. She is going to shred the enemies. So I'm using Lilim on the active because I want that damage increase and slow. I'm going to be using Vanish. No, this is not the build. I picked the wrong one. Wait a moment. It's the white one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I'm gonna be changing that again just for Lapis. And now, what do we want? We want Cherry Blossom Frenzy to increase our damage and Unorthodox Swordsmanship Cherry Blossom. that's going to destroy the enemy super fast. Also, I'm using here Cherry Blossom Blinding Storm just to get HP recovery, but it is completely unnecessary because you're going to shred the enemies. And to guarantee that, we're also going to use Caja Hirako to increase my speed. That's going to be a 30% speed increase base. So I'm going to shred the enemies. You're going to look at it. And this is super great. You're going to see how the stacks just build up at an insane rate. It's just amazing. If you thought she was good, with this supporter she's even better. So yeah, let's test this one. Super important that you focus the right enemy. You don't have control. Well, yes, you have control because you're going to destroy that super armor. As you can see. And look, I already got the max amount of stacks for critical damage. You see why I say this is busted? Yeah, but, just keep in mind that you want to have the right weapons and supporters. Hebiko's weapon, no, she's human, forget it. But Hebiko's weapon gives speed, that's why I was saying Hebiko. So, I'm going to use the active just to shred. So, any character who is a demon that can use the butterfly weapons is going to have is going to be very good with this supporter. For example, Lina, Anne Rose. Let's see, Hebiko, Sakura, nope. Yuki and Aina, nope. So those three, those two, Anne Rose and Lina, are excellent characters to use this along with the butterfly weapons. I don't have a build for Anne Rose, but you can do it. It's pretty simple. Let's see, another demon. This one. Noah, Kirara. Ingrid, let's go with Ingrid. You're gonna love Kirara, but first, we're gonna do Ingrid. I have problems with Ingrid though. So what's the problem here? She doesn't have HP recovery, and that wasn't fixed with the weapon, so that's an issue. If you're facing one enemy, you can change for an aggressive build using things like sorry about that, Shirayuki, Stella, what else? Lina, and you can substitute this by using Arabella, Kirara, also Lilim. If you need the defense, of course, there's Sakuya and Nana. So, yeah. In my case, since I need, and I mean need, the HP recovery, I'm going to use Akina and Yosora. I could also try to go for invincibility, but I don't think I have the damage, unfortunately, just to eliminate the enemies on time. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yosora is going to help me out because she's going to increase the amount of HP recovery given by Akina. That's gonna be amazing. And what is the build? It's going to be centered around Sinister Flames, which I still don't like. I think it's a terrible idea to put an awakening skill as a basic enhancer. It's like, you get to level 81, get a basic enhancer. Okay, well, it is what it is. So I'm going to use this skill because it increases the speed, and that's going to be super useful. But using swordmanship is not that bad. Demon swordmanship is very good. I cannot say that word. Swordsmanship. That's better, yeah. So I'm going to be using Blinking Ember because of the damage increase, and I'm going to be using Piercing Dragon because of the speed increase. So you can use them in any order, actually. Piercing Dragon first is okay, and then Blink, and then just basic attack. This is pretty good to eliminate multiple enemies, even though it is supposed to be a single target skill. And you're gonna see, the problem is that I am facing 3 bosses with super armor, so I'm gonna get interrupted. She has the same problem as Kurenai, so using invincibility supporters is not that bad of a choice. And I don't know why I'm lacking damage. I shouldn't be lacking damage. She's almost maxed out. She has... Come on. She has a good weapon, a good level, but she's lacking damage. Like, why? That's not supposed to be a thing. Not with her, at least. Come on. Like that. Yes. Okay, HP recovery. Nice, nice, nice. I'm going to use the ulti, no doubt about it. I need to deal damage so that I get a little bit of control over my enemy, so that I can do the basics. I'm also going to use this. Yeah, I might lose. I beat this once with this build, but it was risky. I won't deny it. Just so that you know. Let's see. Come on. As you can see, I can do nothing because of the lack of super armor in my basics. Come on, let me just... There. Okay. Now it's time to abuse. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I hate Yuki, yes. Oh, okay. Nice. Nice HP recovery. HP recovery. That's why I bring Yosora. They really needed to address the HP recovery issue with her, and they didn't. I mean, her weapon is... The new weapon is not that bad, but I still prefer the limited character, limited pack weapon. So, character limited set, I'm gonna say now. So, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's better if you go with invincibility, but you also need more damage, like a ton more damage. Preferably you would be using something like Arabella, or maybe maxed out Kirara, 5 out of 5, that would be amazing. Because Lilium is good, but it's just 30 and you want to really push your limit. So yeah, and you can use, of course, the same Spica, because you want that red effect. So yeah. We're also going to use Noah. Noah is pretty fun, though mine is just too weak, so this is going to take some time. Let me explain. Noah, this weapon doesn't matter, it's 3 out of 5, but it's not going to do anything because of my build, so just ignore it. This is a beat stick, okay? And a cool skin at that. The Magatamas, this is 5 out of 5 plus 9. It would be better to use this, but I won't. Let's see. So, I'm using Robber's Revenge, which is going to increase my HP, restore my HP, and I'm using Amanda's Exile to also restore my HP. But I think I might just change that. No. I want to have that on the main. So you can change it for something green, just because you can, because you have a good amount of HP recovery with Amanda's Exile. But part of my HP recovery or the strength of this build come from my main supporter, so I'm not going to change it. I'm also using this. I don't like this basic enhancer that much, but it increases my damage, and due to the amount of speed that I'm going to have, I'm going to be repositioning myself and doing basics which are kind of long range for some reason, even though they're melee. And I'm going to be able to make a couple hits. I'm not going to finish the combo, but I'm going to do a couple hits and then I reposition myself and I continue with that. So yeah, and whenever I need HP or I have the cooldowns down, I use my 2 skills in succession. That's an important part of this build, that you use the skills in succession. If you want to change this for something else, whatever, it's completely fine. Depends on what you want to do. The basic enhancer, I mean. I'm using Lapis, of course. I'm using Noah, as I say, to increase the speed of my character. And I'm using Felicia, because Felicia gives me a ton of damage. This is excessive. This is great. 56% damage increase on skills and 26% damage increase on normal attacks. That's great. And also, it's going to reduce the damage that I take every time I get healed. There's gaps in between, but I constantly get healed, so it's no problem. It's fine. So, even though this character is level 77, it's gonna perform properly. Remember that I have my awakening skills. I get like 100% damage reduction and damage increase, so keep that in mind. Don't try this if you have a character 77 and you don't have the awakening. So yeah, I just reposition myself constantly, and I just button mash, and then I do this combo. Yeah, pretty nice. As I say, I am a little bit weak, so I'm not going to be doing the this fast. And in fact, I'm going to use my ulti. I am not completely sure whether or not the ulti is affected by the speed increase. I tried it and I tested it, but I didn't notice the difference. So if you know if the ulti gets a speed increase thanks to the supporter, well, the 2 supporters, you can tell me in the comments. Gremory, give us more butterfly weapons, please. I would love to see every character being super fast. Yeah, this build is actually pretty good for, well, not pretty good, but it works to build up the ulti gauge, because you just have too much HP recovery. Rinko, stop doing that! Don't get them away from me! Okay. Yes, yes, nice. Okay, a little bit. Dash attack. Nice. Dash attack. I constantly have to do my skills and reposition myself now that I am facing only the enemies with super armor, as you can see. It's a good thing that the skills have a good AoE. And something that I gotta say, and I hope that Gremory listens to this, I miss when Gremory used to do the not renewals, but strengthenings on character packs. That's something that I really missed. Noah got started to get big after she got her limited pack, her character set. So I hope that I think they won't. I don't think Gremory is going to do that because of the new system. Because they say, well, now we're going to do all the changes that a character needs on their renewal. And I don't think that should be it. I think they should still make a couple changes. Not like completely changing a skill, but reworking them in some way, giving them a buff. Like making Noah big, it's really great. So yeah. That's a thing. Let's continue with... Not Noah. Who? Let's check those demons. Demons. And I don't know why I clicked the wrong one. Yes. Kirara! Guys, you're going to love this. Kirara can do basics like a normal Taimanin. That's amazing. It is great. So what are we doing here? We're using blue Kirara. And we're going to use this to get a damage increase, this to get a damage increase, and this to increase my speed. But it's not limited to that. We're going to be using Frigid Zone to get control over the enemy and make them slower so that I can do my actions without getting interrupted. I'm going to use Leopard Sprint to get a speed increase, and I'm going to use Taimanin Art to make those basic mortal weapons. Deadly weapons, yes. So, of course, I have this. It's 3 out of 5. Unfortunately, I got this 3 out of 5 on the rerun, if I'm not mistaken. This has already been rerun, so I have the ticket for the supporter and weapon when I hit pity, but Gremory, come on, do more reruns, but spread them out. Don't put 2 limiteds on 1 month, please. I mean, in this case, it's gonna be 3 limiteds on this month, so Gremory, come on, be thoughtful. I don't have enchanted weapons on the other ones. In fact, I'm going to wait for the character renewal, and that's part of the reason why I'm not going to do hair in a while. I need crystals, number 1, and I need and she's gonna get the renewal next or maybe after that. It's gonna be soon, I can tell you that. So yeah, you're gonna love this build. It's amazing. You can substitute a Pirate Kirara for something else, like Heaviko, Blue Heaviko, the one on the permanent gacha. So I didn't do this properly because I was talking. The first thing that you want to do is to use Frigid Zone, then you want to use Leopard Sprint, and then you want to spam your basics. And with that, you're going to defeat the enemy. So I'm gonna do it. Why do you want that? Because of the damage increase due to the defense reduction of the Frigid Zone. So I'm gonna wait for them to gather a little bit. Then I do this, and this, and damage! My god, look at the damage. 500,000 in one of those skills. I just defeated her. Nice. Okay, Frigid Zone. You see just how powerful this is? And of course the weapon is super useful. Kirara's weapon is one of the most broken ones because it gives critical damage. Unfortunately, that's not ideal for VR. But when you crit, oh my god, it is just beautiful. Please, Gremory, don't put more challenging content with crit resistance. I mean, if you put like tabs to select which kind of effects we want, so that we can avoid selecting critical resistance, that would be nice. Like Art Nice, what's the name of this mode? The mode that it's already gone but will return. Which is the next character? Contingency Contract. Yeah, Contingency Contract. I used to like those. Yeah, we're only missing Oboro. So yeah, Oboro. We're gonna see it today. I mean, I'm gonna do a video on Oboro too. Not exactly a let's play like usual. It's just checking her changes. So we're using Flash Step to do mind control. We're using Of course, Hypnosis Seal to do mind control, and it's very good on blue because it ensnares 2 more enemies. And we're using a Bloodstorm. Because we're using Bloodstorm, we're also going to be using... Okay. So yeah, we're also going to be using this. I didn't save it, but Demon, 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 Demon. Preferably, you want, if you're using the other weapon, you want to use Magatamas that inflict debuff, like Pure Fire. That would be nice. And for supporters, of course, we have Lapis and generic damage. And as I mentioned, guys, if you want to use this Heaviko, this is amazing for these kinds of builds. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Unfortunately, she's red and blue doesn't support red that much. So yeah, this is what I have. Let's see. So as I said, usually it's better to focus on the basics, but it's not limited to that. Yes, you can also do this. Beautiful, super fast. I mean, it's not super fast because it doesn't have a weapon that increases the speed, but it works. Come on, gather. Nice. My god, it is beautiful. It is very strong now, that skill. It was already strong, but... Come on. Hypnosis. Hypnosis, come on, come on. Hypnosis, hypnosis. Would you do hypnosis? There. So I just put myself in the middle and there we go. Nice. So now doing hypnosis is gonna be very easy. Yeah, pulling the enemy is great. And a speed increase on this is just marvelous. Nice. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah! There. Yuki, because Yuki is the most annoying one. It seems I'll have to use the ulti, because I don't have the HP recovery that I have with the other weapon. But I have already beat this with the weapon. But I want to do it with the one that enhances the Beyblade. Yeah, because if you're changing a weapon, you do have enough HP recovery. I know that it seems like it's just too little with this weapon, but pro tip, it depends on the amount of enemies that you inflict the debuffs. It says, when applying a debuff to enemy, immediately restore 2% of lost HP. But if you're applying it to multiple enemies, you're going to activate the buff, well, the effect, multiple times. So that's a good thing. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Very quickly before we finish, let's talk about her. Is she a must-have? Like, any character release limited supporter is kind of a must-have, because if you don't get it now, getting it later is gonna be rough, and I mean really rough. Gremory usually doesn't give tickets which include limited supporters, and on top of that, they usually don't give tickets that give limited supporters, which you can choose. The first one was a random one, and that was horrible. I got lucky and got Witch-Su, but yeah, it's like rough, so keep that in mind. Other than having her, if you are not enthusiastic about doing basic builds, there are other uses that you have for this. As you saw, it gives excellent mobility to Asteroth. It also pairs very well with some characters like Lina. It's just amazing, especially if you have the butterfly weapon. And there's one more. Who is it? Oh, yeah, Kirara. It enables Kirara to do decent basic attacks. So, I don't know. It depends on you whether you think this is worth it or not. Um, think about the characters that you like. If you like a bunch of demons, then perhaps that's another reason to get it, as this is only going to be used on demon type characters. So, well, that's about it for today, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!